What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. The BETA18 OEM bikes have finally dropped and it's a very exciting day indeed. I'm just recording this video off the back of the 450 EU ARL test race. So I've managed to have about 2 hours or so switching back and forth between a bunch of the 450s now, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of info on what you can expect from this pack, how I feel the bikes handle, if there's anything new in settings wise, and then at the end as well I'm going to show you exactly step by step what you need to do to install these bikes and get it working online, because I've seen a lot of people having trouble, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of help there. So straight off the bat, in terms of bike skins, I've been told that your old skins, if you save them and move them over, will work on the CRFs, even though it's got a new exhaust, the skins itself will still work. The Suzuki will still work. The Gas will still work, however you do need to update the norm because the norm has been changed. The 250 Yam and the 250 Fantic, they will all still work. Anything else new, your old skins won't transfer over. You've got to kind of remake something new from scratch. There's new templates and so on and so forth. The two strokes, they will be released, I believe, on the 20th of February. I know it's mid to late February, but they are on the way. So right now we've only got the 4 strokes for the MX-1 and MX-2 OEM class. Now, if we go through here, and I'll just show you the new models and such, and they're all very pretty things. So the Fantic here, I believe this is a new Fantic model. The back looks a lot prettier here. If I'm just going to go through these one by one. Why not? Let's see how it goes. The Gas, I believe, is identical in terms of template from the BETA18 bikes. The Honda is the same as well, although it has got a updated exhaust. The Husky is looking a little bit different in terms of plastics. I think it looks very nice as stock, and there's a few, if I move along to the 450 I'll show you, there's a few different skins that come with each one, like factory skins. So I've got the Rockstar ones that are in here already from last year and this year as well. Carry on moving through, we've also got the Cowie 450, which is it's very bright, I've noticed in game. And then I'm sure the bike that everyone has been waiting for, the 2023 KTM, looks very nice, and this bike actually has a quick shift as well. So if you turn shift health off in settings, if you run that, you'll notice that you can bang up through the gears really quickly. So very effective off the starts, I've seen there. The Suzuki is the same. The TM, we've got the TMs again, which I believe is an updated model. The TMs, they always look very weird and wonderful. I mean, I would love the TM to be great, but in the limited experience I had on it, it doesn't feel amazing. Let's just have a look. There's a 350 change tool, just engine-wise. Dual pipes, though. That's pretty damn sexy. Maybe I should give this a go at some point and see how underpowered it is compared to the others. And then finally the Yamaha in there as well. In terms of 250s, I've only tried one out at the point of making this, which is the Honda. And the 250s, they feel really nice, like really light. I found that across the pack as a whole, I'm not really a big fan of the sounds. I think the engine sounds leave a little bit to be desired. So if you're like me and you kind of prefer what you had, then sound replacements do work. Just go and put them back into the bikes as you see fit. But you can see through here, the models wise, for the most part, they're all pretty damn similar. Just the Fantic and the Yamaha, I believe, were the same as the 2017, the BETA18 bikes. In terms of how the bikes feel and what I recommend, obviously I've only really run a bunch of the 450s right now. I'm quite comfortable on the Honda. This will probably change within a week after everyone's had a whole bunch of time. I saw a lot of Yamahas in this test race from big people like Hurls and Dad Shoes and so on. I saw a bunch of KTMs as well, and I even saw a Fantic here and there. And in terms of what I feel super comfortable on, I think it's going to go Honda, probably Fantic, and then Husky. Just as of right now. This is all stock setup, by the way, and I want to show you real quick just how many tyre options we've got now. So if you're one for setups, if you come into game here, and if I press on the front tyre, we have now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have got 7 in total tyres for the front of the bike, so you can mix and match and work out. And then we have got a total of 6, bloody hell, I can't count. A total of 10 tyres on the rear. Now, I'm trash at setups. I never know what's what, so I've stuck with the standard mid-softs for this. They feel pretty decent. They feel quite grippy on the side of the tyre. It feels very heavy in a straight line. It feels like there's a lot of resistance. But every single one of these tyres gives you a different feel, which I think is very impressive. If we move on a bit further now, we've got the front leverage in terms of brakes. It's the same as always. We've now got some updated like naming and such down here. We can change the rear disc a little bit if we want to as well, maybe to make the brakes not as sharp. Suspensions. Obviously, the stock suspensions would all be completely different to the stock suspensions on Beta 17, so you're going to need to do a lot of mixing about. Drivetrain is what it is. And then one thing I found was quite interesting in terms of swing arm, you can go all the way up to an 8 swing arm now, so a lot more increments involved here, and just a lot more customization ability overall, I believe. And then in mapping, there's a lot more mapping options per bike, which I think is really cool. You can mess around with that too. And yeah, in terms of in-game stuff, that's all pretty much, it is what it is. And I want to say, like, if I felt like there'd be a lot more people very, very angry than there is right now. I think everyone's been quite mature about the game basically completely changing. These bikes, especially the 450s, handle nothing like what we've had before. There's so much more weight behind them, it feels like you are riding a bloody heavy bike. Turning is completely different. Again, the bikes are heavier, it's a little bit harder to get them leant over in the corners. In a straight line, they feel nice and fast. I almost feel like if you're coming around a bowl turn and you've got a supercross triple coming out of it, if you can just get all your turning done as soon as possible and really get on the gas in a straight line, it's really, really rewarding. And I think overall it just rewards you trying to ride smoothly. I think if you're trying to be too aggressive, it's a bit more difficult. I found that if you're if you're landing a jump and you're trying to pitch into a corner, if you're turning a little bit too much, it'll punish you more than usual, where the back end will slide out. So you've got to be a lot more precise, are the main things I've noticed. And I actually think, give it a week or two, everyone will completely forget what the Beta 17 bikes were like and just be fully accustomed and updated to this. And just in the one race I've done, the bikes themselves, they feel good, they are fun to ride. It's just trying to get used to them and basically unlearning all the 1,700 hours I already have in the game and relearning something new. I think that's the most difficult part for me. But let me know your thoughts on these bikes, if you like them or not. What bike are you enjoying the most so far? And then if you do want to see how to install these, I will show you that right now. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to want to do is just make a backup of the current bike so nothing goes wrong, or you can always revert back. If you go into your Piboso, MX Bikes, Mods, and Bikes folder right here, and then you search for every single bike that begins with MX1 OEM or MX2 OEM, move all of that out into a completely separate folder, whether it's on your desktop, it doesn't matter, just as a backup. These are all the Beta 17 ones. We've not downloaded or installed anything just yet. We are simply taking these bikes from the game, taking them out of the game, and as I say, it includes the two strokes. All of the MX1 OEMs, all of the MX2 OEMs, both the folders and the PKZ files, get all of it out. Next, you are going to go into the description down below, and you are going to download the MX OEM v0.18.0 player folder. Not the server one, just the player one. This is all you need. Now we're going to open that once it's downloaded. Now from here, do not open these folders. Do not do anything at all. Just copy them both, whether you want to drag or whether you want a single one-by-one click. Press Ctrl-C on your keyboard to copy them. Go to Piboso, MX Bikes, Mods, and then nothing else from here. You just want to go Ctrl-V on your keyboard. And because I've already got these installed, it's asking me if I want to replace everything. I'm going to press no right here because I don't need to. If you get anything here, it might say destination has 9 folders because they'll relate to the tyres or so. Just press yes, replace the files in this destination. This will copy everything Beta 18 over to you, and you should be able to join the servers, no issue at all. If you're still getting issues, I would say please just delete everything in your folders and restart again. Doing exactly what I've just said about just dragging them into here is what you need to do. Don't open tyres, don't open bikes, there's no need to, it will overwrite it all. The last thing you want is a folder within a folder that will make it like issue and have errors and so on. But do that and you should be good to go. Thank you very much for watching. Again, let me know what you think of the bike so far. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.